So the next slide is me and Ruth's little daughter. Her name is Praise. She's a miracle baby. And she is Ruth and Boaz's little girl. She's 1. And my dream is to adopt a Chinese child, because my mom would always tell me, Amy, there's babies in China, baby girls, and nobody wants them because they're girls and they can only have 1 child. And I said, well, I want one. So my dream is to have one like this. So every little girl in China that I was seeing, I was trying to not run and touch them, because my heart is just, I love kids and I love Asian kids. So this is Ruth's little daughter, Praise. The next slide is the girl on the right, on the far right, that's Ruth. And one in is Mary. Mary also owns a shop in another city about 30 minutes away from where Ruth's located. And she is doing the same work as Ruth and Boaz. And she has a shop and she's able to sell beauty products and also tell people about Jesus. So that's my mom and I with the 2 Chinese sisters, Ruth and Mary. And this is Boaz, which is Ruth's husband, and one in the white shirt, his name is Calvin. His English name is Calvin. They all have an English name, and he picked his because he heard of Calvin Klein. And we met a Kobe, who I said, oh, what's your name? He goes, Kobe Bryant. And I went, can you say that one more time? Colby, you call me Kobe. Okay. So this is Calvin, and one in is Ruth's son, Jesse, and my mom and I. And Ruth and Boaz, they work on 1 soul at a time, literally 1 student at a time. They mentor them, they take them out to dinner, they are Jesus to this one person, and they work on this 1 soul, and then this 1 soul is able to do the same. So we had taken Calvin out to dinner. It was probably midnight because they eat really late in China. So we are eating some interesting arrays of food there. So yeah, the food is another whole different topic, but what you will do for Jesus, right? The next picture is in an undisclosed location that I cannot say because it's dangerous, but this is in a building where literally there is a door that looks like a safe door to have church. And they close that door and you are in a safe and no one can get in and no one can get out until they open that door. So, I mean, we walked in and we're like, whoa. My mom and I were such travelers. She goes, this is cutting edge, isn't it, Amy? We're in a safe. I went, I know. I can't wait to tell people about this. So this is some Chinese sisters. This is Hannah and Vicky, who you'll see a video clip about her. And Ruth, my mom and I, and Deborah. And these ladies are on fire. I mean, they cannot contain their love for God, and they are winning souls, and they are getting this area fired for Jesus, and I got goosebumps, because I saw it, and I smelt it, and I ate it, and I can just say that this area in China they're hungry for God, and these 4 Chinese women are pounding the pavement to get souls saved. So the next slide is Vicky, who actually, there's a video clip. She was I think some form of Buddhist before she became a Christian. And while we were there, we gave her the name Vicky because we named her Victoria, but she wanted a nickname Vicky because actually while we were there, we destroyed the idol that she used to worship. And she wanted to be called Victoria, because she now has victory over her past and over that idol. So the next slide is how we met with the sisters, and we just encouraged them, and we spent a long time praying, and every day in China at 12:30, these ladies' phones get a text message. And so wherever they're at, their phones beep, and they go, oh, we must pray. And they stop and they pray for 5-10 minutes over China. So this was actually right before the phone beeped and right before we started praying for China. So the next slide is all of the students, some students that we were able to meet with who only a couple of them are Christians. Some of them are close to converting, and some of them are not. And so we were able to sit with them and just plant the seed and just minister to them. And they're searching for something deeper. And we believe with all of our hearts that one day we will get an email from Ruth that says that these girls have come to know Jesus. So the next slide is the meeting that we had on Easter Sunday, actually, in this is Ruth's little shop. It's about the size of a shoebox. And all of us met in a circle, and we had to be very quiet, because if somebody heard, we would be in big trouble. So we prayed, and the girl in the far back on the left, next to Mary in the yellow, the girl in the black, we named her Joy that day, because she became a Christian during this meeting that we had. And so these are some of the students that Ruth and Boaz are working on, one soul at a time. It's hard work, but they do it, and they're called, and they're good at it. So this is the meeting that we had. Some people had left already, but this was a good chunk of the people that had come. And the next, this is a video clip of Ruth. You'll hear how she talks in broken English, and she wanted a day for us to just spend a couple hours driving around in her car praying over the city. And so you'll hear her explain about her city in this video clip. If you can't hear it, what she's saying is, we're going to pray over all of Ulamuchi City. That's her name of her city. We're going to pray over all of Ulamuchi City, because so that many people can be saved. And they do this often. Every time they get in the car, they don't talk to each other. They pray over everybody that's walking by, everything that's going on around them. They are always interceding, and they're on fire. And it's just, my heart is just overwhelmed with excitement over what's going on there. And there's a couple more video clips. There was one of us actually destroying the idol, and I videoed it so that I could share it, but you don't need sound for that one if we want to show or maybe we